and welcome to CIO News, Voice of CIO series. I'm Khushbu Soni, your host for the broadcast and a contributing editor at CIO News, where we write about business strategy and boardroom issues for technology leaders. This is a recorded session and will be available on our CIO News LinkedIn page. Let me dive in introducing my guest for today. He's Vivekanand Tripathi, the Chief Digital Officer and Chief Information Officer at Hathway Cable and Datacom. Vivekanand has rich experience of more than 15 years. Prior to Hathway, Vivekanand was leading technology for insurance companies such as Aegon Life Insurance and Max New York Life Insurance. He's been leading various digital transformation initiatives for Hathway. Welcome, Vivekanand.
I am actually CIO and Chief Digital Officer for Hathway Cable and Datacom. Hathway, as you know, is one of the leading cable operator and a broadband ISP provider. In both space, we have pretty much pan-India operation, and we are one of the leaders. And we have been serving our customers with all the new latest technologies, and we continue to provide some of the latest innovations and technologies in both spaces.
Okay, great. What is the vision of Hathway in terms of digital transformation, and what are the few technologies that you see that can help you achieve that vision?
Our vision is to provide best-in-class services both for the cable TV as well as the broadband, and there the digital transformation is very, very crucial. If you see, the fulfillment happens from the last mile by the feet FOS kind of a scenario, and we need to enable them with the latest apps, with all the geo coordinate location, all the details of the customers, all the details of the offerings which is there in a very easy, intuitive fashion, so that they can actually take consumer request and can service them. A lot of data gets collated across the country, so we use extensively RPA, robotic process automation, to collate all that data and try to find the patterns, try to see, okay, if some service is dipping in certain area or some collection is dipping certain area, is there correlation? So a lot of data analysis is done, and using RPA, a lot of automation is also provided. We try to see the moment a consumer is making the payment, within seconds we can activate his services, and we have like a huge base of customers, and providing that kind of like a within second kind of activation. It's itself a lot of call on the systems. To summarize, like we extensively use all kind of self-servicing opportunities, not only for the consumers through our apps and kind of tools, but also we try to see the performance, the scalability of those systems is intact, and they are fairly robust systems. In terms of new offering, we already have started providing our consumers WhatsApp-based servicing, chatbot-based servicing. So those options are there. Our consumer app, the self-servicing app, which is for the consumers, it has all the mechanisms for consumer to self-service. They really don't need to call the call center. Even in the call center, we are putting all kind of automation, so then they need not be in the queue. The call center itself can actually give a assistance to the consumer. So all kind of combination of self-servicing facilities along with the WhatsApp and chatbot based servicing, plus automated intelligent automated IVRs. So we are giving consumers all avenues, and also we are enabling all our feet on the street, any offices, to be able to service consumers. So basically any touch point whichever is there, a consumer can be 100% self-service.
That is great. To what extent, with this whole situation that we are in, to what extent have you seen services being disrupted?
Fortunately, we didn't face much of the issues, because we anyway are one of the largest cable and a broadband operator. So, and we have a pan-India operation, multiple data centers. So we have always planned a kind of a robust scenario wherein we can actually handle. We extensively use tools and technologies to proactively monitor our devices. So we are pretty much on top of everything. I sitting at this point in time, I know what is happening, how many transactions per minute are happening, and any deviation which is happening gets immediately checked. So if a 15-minute even abruption is there, almost it comes to my level. So that's the kind of automation we had built. Especially in this time, it has become very relevant. It has helped us a lot. A lot of this work were done last couple of years, and we have been reaping benefit of it. We haven't seen any downtime or extended deteriorated service during this time. Touch wood, that's a to be luck situation also. But yeah, pretty much whatever we have been doing proactively to monitor our servers, proactively respond, take precaution action. We anyway had a lot of teams working from various locations, so we had a pretty much work from home kind of a mechanism already available. We just strengthened it and scaled it up.
That is awesome. What percentage of work you think will remain digital post-COVID?
See, in our case, actually, it has been a boon because, like, just to tell you,
Yeah,
consumer payments, right? We would still get 20-40% payment offline, right, for a
right.
broadband. Now, pretty much 100% is online, right? So, and I think we would want it to happen that way because it's a faster servicing not only to the consumer but also cost saving avenue for us.
Right.
So, we have seen consumers also taking up those online services, the
Yeah,
self-servicing bit. We already had these apps and these facilities, but the adoption has really multiplied during this time, and I hope they continue like that. Even if one scenario normalizes, because it actually makes much more easier to improve the services on those channels, because we have a lot of data points. The interaction between the consumer response and our actions are much more effective and much faster. So I hope in our area a lot of I think a lot of people will stay the way it is like this. Only point which was impacting during this lockdown was we were not able to give new connections because there was a restricted entry to the places and all that. As
right.
it opens up, it actually makes our servicing capability much better, because we eventually provide wire to the home, and at some point in time we need to go to the consumer space, and that becomes much easier. So rest all processes we have been trying to automate. So we are trying to
Yeah,
make it more and more digital oriented, more and more touchless kind of scenario.
yeah.
And for us, I believe that's a better thing, and I believe a lot of this will retain even when the things normalize.
So, any advices, Vivekanand, that you would want to give to our other CIOs on business continuity?
See, a lot of CIOs, they will actually at times when they have to take a choice between the cost of doing something new and doing something to build resilience and robustness.
Yeah,
At times they might choose to do new things. My advice to them is you're pretty much have thought of the BCP and the DR scenarios. You have put monitoring systems in place. You have ensured if there is a sudden spike in terms of transactions, you are able to cover it.
yeah,
A lot of those things, they nobody, because these are not business requirement, they are more like a health and hygiene thing, and usually we tend to give more importance to what business is putting pressure on us. We'll always try to prioritize business requirements over these IT requirements. I advise people to give like equal weightage to this, and continue build redundancy in the system, build more proactive monitoring system, build dashboards which can come automatically even at a CIO level, and they are like very intelligent one which is telling you there is something wrong and right. You should look at more data, the usage data, and see if something is going wrong. Those are the things which actually help today. Putting up automating things are not that complex. There's a lot of cloud infrastructure which is available for to do pilot. These are the some of the things which I would urge my fellow CIOs also to look at it and do.
awesome. Great, Vivekanand. Thank you so much for taking out time and joining us for a Voice of CIO series.
Thank you for giving the opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much.